Hi, Mike Rosen here again. So I want to talk to you about a couple documents you've gotten lately from the board. First one I got by email. It was called Update to Co-Owners from Windset Board, June 21, 2018, about 10 weeks ago. And the second one is a pretty big package, about 70 pages. It's revised bylaws and master deed. And it's something we're going to be working on this fall. Let me read you from the letter first. Paragraph 3. The percentage of value calculation for HOA fees and special assessments specified in the current bylaws will not change. That's in all caps. The board is not, all caps, pursuing a flat HOA monthly fee or flat assessments. So let me show you the amendments to the deed. It's back in here on page 9. There it is. It's section 2C. Any sums paid for water services shall be assessed to all units equally. Okay, that all units equally, that's flat fee assessment. The board is pursuing flat fee assessments. Here's the letter. The board is not pursuing flat fee assessment. The board is pursuing flat fee assessment. The board is not pursuing flat fee assessment. Okay, this is chronic if you're paying attention. It's almost any time there's something substantial or meaningful, you will get something from the board that's either a brazen lie or a misstatement. And I'm going to make a video only on that subject because there's a bunch of them. Now I want to just talk about this new bylaw package. There's a serious problem in what's been presented to you, and that's a baby with the bathwater problem. So there's quite a large number of changes here. I mean, it's not huge. It's about 28, I guess, here according to the memorandum. And some of them, most of them, are pretty neutral. Some of them are good. It's good to have a table of contents. And there's nothing wrong with adding that mediation clause. It doesn't bind you very much. And it's a good, I believe, in ADR, and that's fine. So there's a lot of it that you can more or less safely vote up. But there's a lot of it that really affect you and your life, like the rental caps, for example, or a pets restriction, or the significant amount of money that's at stake in the water assessment. And in my view, they should be separated. Nothing wrong with that. It can be done. You could take 4 or 5 votes. You could take 10 or 12, all as a package that amends the bylaws, and 10 or 12 that amend the deed, and these real significant ones that you really should think about can be separated. Did you know that the Bill of Rights, the original Bill of Rights, 1789, that went around, and now you think of as the first 10 amendments, was actually a package of 12. And the states ratified 10 and didn't ratify 2. So this idea of separating, controversial topics out from more general or technical ones, I think is very good. So I'm going to ask the board to do it. But I also want to appeal to you. Whether you get bored by it or you don't want to get involved with it, whatever you do, don't give a proxy to a board member. And the reason is because of the topic I started with. They're just not trustworthy people. They'll send you a note in June that says, we're not pursuing flat assessments, and then they'll send you something that's in pursuit of flat assessments. You have your own agency. You're a grown-up. You own your condo. You are not Jim Benally's kid. He's not your dad. You have to take control of your own decisions and govern the community according to your lights, your ethics, and your instincts. And when you have this kind of flagrant stuff going on, which is just perpetual, it's chronic, it happens every month practically, you should say, okay, I'm just going to do what I think is right. And what I think is right is up on this, down on this, down on this, up on this. So ask them to separate some of this stuff. Make your own decisions. If you don't want to get involved, don't vote. Don't give them a proxy. As it stands right now, if we're not successful in getting some of this separated, you have to vote this package down. As much as I don't like the assessments for water by flat fee, I really hate the rental caps. I think I've got time to explain something like that. Look, you remember Pogo, Walt Kelly? He had Pogo say one time, "We've met the enemy and he is us." You're just shooting yourself in the foot. You don't know. You know, you might die. I've heard that most people or many people die when they get old. And your kids are going to get this valuable asset you have. And one's going to be, they got a grandchild who's in college. Boy, I'd love to live in Farmington. I got to finish my last year. If you leave the place empty, it's going to cost you $7,000 a year just leaving it empty. What the hell? So you rent it out for a year, get $12,000, you know, pay the expenses. Then your kid can take it over. I don't know what you might do. You don't know what you might do. Maybe you say, honey, let's go live in Florida for a year. Maybe we'll like it. If we don't, we'll go back to our condo. Gee, should we just pay out that money, you know, for all of our taxes and association fees while we're down in Florida? Why don't we rent it out for a year? Why in the world would you want to deny yourself that option? It's senseless. I will take some of the really bad ideas that are in these and I'll make individual videos. Right now, be skeptical. Exercise your own judgment. You're not a child. You don't need to be led around by your nose. That's my message here. Okay, thanks a lot. And by the way, put me on the board, because I will see to it that if you get bullshit in one of these memos, you will also get a dissenter's point of view. That's important. Thanks a lot. Bye.